cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in too. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in too. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you from, life is coexistence, but to know the real, you just gotta listen.
What up, everybody, and welcome to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is For Women Wednesday. I'm your host, Freddie G, joined by my co-host, K Money, Slash, and Comedian 96. Collectively, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast, and for all my YouTubers, don't forget to like and subscribe. Today's episode, Mothers Who Coddled Their Son. Fellas, I was reading an article, right, about a 10-year-old boy in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He's being charged as an adult for allegedly shooting and killing his 44-year-old mother a little while back, right?
Yeah.
Now, here's why he did it. He was mad because she wouldn't buy him a video game headset from Amazon.
Yeah.
Oh,
I remember that.
Man.
Yeah, I remember that. That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I read another article, right? It was about some scientists. They said that some degree of stress and anxiety isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? Mm-hmm. And actually a healthy amount of fear can keep you motivated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A healthy amount of fear can keep you motivated.
I can agree with that.
So that had me thinking, man. It had my brain thinking, man. Mm-hmm. I thought about our Black Friday episode 5, where we discuss black youth in today's society. Now, with this 10-year-old boy from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, I don't know if he was black, white, I don't know his ethnicity at all, but it had me thinking, like, damn, where's daddy at? Was his daddy in his life? Was his daddy in the household?
Right.
You know, was he spoiled, or felt entitled?
Yeah.
Was he a kid that was actually coddled, like his mama always coddled him?
Right.
Yeah, baby him.
Yeah,
just babying him.
And then I thought to myself, you know what? These boys, if they're being coddled by their mother, mm-hmm. they actually grow up to be the men that their mother
despise,
don't like.
Yeah.
They grow up to be lazy, trifling men that mothers, that women don't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And
usually, I mean, they're probably the ones who are coddled by their mom.
Well, they raised them, so
yeah.
Now, if there's a father in the household, the kid can still be coddled by their mom.
Yeah, because it depends on then how
now she's
active the father is in the household.
Let's say the father is in the household, very active, but the father don't want any confrontation with the mom. Not to make him a weakling. Right. He's not a weakling. But I can speak from a man's point of view. Peace. Well, we can speak from a man's point of view.
Peace. He just wants peace.
Yeah. All a man wants is peace and something to eat.
Exactly. That's it. That's right. That's all we want.
Right.
And so sometimes it's not even worth arguing. And so the kid can still be, the son can still be coddled by mom if the man is like, okay, I get tired of arguing with her behind our son. Right. I'm trying to teach him structure and discipline. Mm-hmm. And here she is, she's babying him all the damn time.
Breastfeeding.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And now when he grows up, he ends up being the very man that she despises or women don't like.
He's lazy.
What y'all think about that?
He don't want to do nothing. He's lazy.
Go ahead.
I just don't understand. This is something that happens over and over and over again. So I don't see how and why females don't see it. It's like they're creating like you say, Freddie G, the monster that they don't like. Mm-hmm. 20 years later, he becomes a monster that they don't like. So I don't know, man. I kind of think that it's an illness that they haven't diagnosed and given a name yet.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of females do it not, well, I can't say not knowing, but they treat the boys a certain type of way. You know, I was a mother's boy myself. However, my mother showed me tough love, and it wasn't always, with the belt. There was always lessons behind those ass whoopings that I got, and I think
exactly
that's not being given these days. I'm always preaching accountability, and I just feel they think when the kids are little that's their little man.
Yeah.
So they're treating them like their little man, their little boyfriends, or things of that nature. So I mean, I just don't see the females seeing the damage that they're doing at an early age.
Mm-hmm. And just to touch on that, situation, my mom also showed me tough love, right? So I'm saying that because I have several friends with a total opposite. In my situation, when I call myself, "Oh, mama, I want to come move back with you," and this is my mom's alive. She passed away about 23 years ago. Sorry. And I call myself, "Oh, mama, come move back with you." Yeah, all right. So my mama came to the door. She was like, I'll never forget. It was a Sunday night. She said, "Son, you got a week to find a place to stay and a job," because I didn't have a job or a place to stay. A week. She gave me a week. And I'll never forget that very next week, that Monday at 9:03 p.m. I remember the time. "You got to get out of here tomorrow, son." I still hadn't had a house or a place to stay or a job. But I said that because that tough love that she gave me made me get out there and go get it. Yeah. So I found both within 1 week after that, but I was out of there for a week. But, I was pillar to post for about a week, but that wasn't a good feeling. So I feel like if ladies don't show tough love, then what will happen is the normal situations I know several situations, and I will not mention names. I only mention that because that was my personal experience. I know several situations. I know men are my age now, and they still live with their mothers. And that's what happens. And you're right. It makes you can see the face of the mothers. They're disappointed.
And if the mothers don't give tough love to the child, then you lose the child. And that's a natural thing.
Right.
She gotta show tough love to the son, especially if it's not a male figure. Nowhere in the household he not learning from. So she gotta show that tough love, or he gonna be just like her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Kids learn from what they see.
Exactly.
And how they raised is what they see. So that's how they turn out to be, because this is the path that's been set forth for them. So she's got to be able to, if you're going to raise them by yourself, and instead of saying it's hard, now it really is. I can understand that, but you're going to have to do a better job. Right.
So would y'all agree that women do not like lazy men?
Yeah, I agree.
You agree, K-Money?
I do.
Okay. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to give 10 signs that you are a lazy man, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down these 10 signs of a good chance that you're a lazy man if you fall into these criteria, right? And into these signs, right?
Right.
But what I'm also going to do for a few of them, I'm going to give an example of what was allowed as a youth to plant the seed to you becoming a lazy man in the future as an adult. So number one is there's a good chance that you're a lazy man if you procrastinate a lot. So let's take it back from when you're young. If there's a father in the household, let's say a good hardworking father in the household, and that father tells the son to do something. Hey, you need to do X, Y, and Z. And then mama comes back and say, yeah, you need to do it, but you can do it later.
Right.
Now, you know when daddy tell you to do something, you want it done
You
now.
want it done right then. That's right.
But mama come back and back door and say, well, look, you can do it later.
Well, he can do it later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now let's say there's no father in the household.
Right.
And mom tells the son, hey, you
do
need to
something.
do X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
But then he come back and say, Mom, I'm tired. Can I do it later?
Yeah.
And she's allowed it. And
Yeah.
she'll allow, okay,
That's-
you better
yeah.
do it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What she's done is
Made
she's
him.
teaching procrastination.
Procrastination.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's teaching procrastination.
So right.
Yep.
So now he has that seed
Yeah.
of procrastination in him.
Yeah. It's in him now.
She
It's
hindering.
planted
Yeah,
now.
she hindering.
Yeah.
Yeah, hindering, procrastinating. Yeah.
And yeah, now he gonna turn into that same lazy dude that she don't like, or didn't want to be with.
Because all them
You know.
days of all them years, you
Yeah.
said that's okay. Do it tomorrow. Put up. Put it.
Yeah, and that's why it's important with them raising them, because are you gonna get a man in the household is a completely different topic. We don't even want to go there.
Yeah.
So since we're not even gonna go there, let's just say you're not. What are you gonna do to make these boys grow to be men if you're not showing tough love?
Exactly.
Is it too late once they become, because
After they make a certain change, yeah, it is. Sometimes.
I think if you
most of the time.
honestly, I think if you hadn't reached them by 16, 17, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
I think-
once they
I think
begin
that's
to.
it.
I think, no, you know what I think? I think it depends on how long it takes before the child know who they are.
Yeah, that too.
If they know who they are at 15,
Uh-huh.
it's tough. It's over now.
Yeah,
You know?
because I take that back. I can't 60 because remember I told you I was 17, 18 when I joined.
Sometimes you got to go through something as a young adult and bump your head. And when you bump your head, sometimes if it can trigger something to make you make that change.
when that security
Exactly.
blanket is taken away is when
Yeah.
you wake up.
Here's another sign of being a lazy man, right? You're hardly ever proactive. So, let me give an example. If you are a youngster, right? And let's use trash for an example. Mama tell you, hey, take that trash out by the curb and it has to be out for Monday pickup, right? He doesn't do it,
Okay.
right? But there are no consequences behind him not doing it. If there's no consequences behind him not doing it, he's not going to be proactive
Right.
for next Monday.
Yeah, next Monday. You're going to have to tell him
You
again.
read my mind. I was just about to
Yeah.
say that.
Yeah, he's not going to be proactive for next Monday
Yeah.
if there's no consequences behind it.
Yeah, because I got like man, let me tell you, how many whoopings? Like I said, my mom showed tough love. She loved us, but and cared for us and provided. But she showed tough love. So if she tell me you only get one. Did you go wash some dishes? You only get one. You don't get 2, 3. She's not gonna repeat herself. You gonna hear a jingling of the belt. I wish I had my belt right here. So yeah, and once you heard that jingle, two things gonna happen. She gonna come in there. Didn't I tell you to come in there and go in there and wash the dishes? If she finishes the sentence, I knew I was safe. But if she come in there, boy, where am I? You know what? Wait a minute. And she just don't finish that sentence, I knew it was a whoop. It's over.
Yeah.
So
And another sign, too, of a lazy man, right? Mm-hmm. And it distills along the line of the consequences. A lazy man is not a very clean person. Mm-hmm. In fact, he probably don't clean at all.
At all.
at all, yeah.
And so that goes back to consequences. When you're young, you say, your mom or dad or whoever, hey, you need to clean up. Right. But and if they ain't doing it in a timely manner, you got to enforce that.
Gotta
You
enforce
got to
it.
be the
Yeah.
enforcer.
Because once they grown, they ain't going to do it on their own.
Yeah, and so that's another sign of a lazy man.
Better
Yeah,
believe it.
yeah.
Yeah.
And another sign of a lazy man, you're always making excuses.
Yeah.
Always
making
making
excuses.
excuses.
Always.
That's a good one. Yep.
And what that is when you're younger is mom and just assuming that mom is the one that's raising him, or it could be a good dad in the house, but at the same time, if you are allowing the child to make those excuses, you tell them, hey, clean the damn room.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? Or take out the trash or cut the yard.
Right.
It ain't no excuses of why it ain't done. You can't come to me and give me no kind of excuse of why it ain't done.
What?
Jesus had to come down and say, hey, I want you to do something. And Dad, I had to take care of Jesus. So,
Yeah.
It ain't no excuses of why it ain't done.
Sure
but
ain't.
when you allow the child to make excuses, then that's going to be a lazy man. As he get older and he become grown, he's going to be constantly making excuses.
Okay, so like I said, I was blessed to have a mom that was hard. She was on me, right? She had a boyfriend at the time, long term boyfriend. And one thing about him, it was so crazy. I wanted direction from him. Never gave it to me. Your mama said, your mama said, your mama said, your mama said. Your mama said, come here. She needs you to clean the room. Your mama said, come here. But he wouldn't tell me directly. He would say, your mama said.
He wouldn't enforce it.
Right.
Yeah.
So what if it's that situation where a guy's in there and it's a step son, not even, and he's already 13, 14.
It's the relationship the mom has with the stepfather,
right? The son, actually, too.
Yeah, because here's the thing: if mom is not allowing step pop to take care of his business, and then we're not talking about kicking ass all the time,
Right.
Just being a man and
raising
responsibly.
him. But if mom keeping one hand tied behind his back and stepping on, and mom need to address son in front of stepson.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, look, this your daddy. He in this house.
Yeah.
Your biological daddy ain't up in this motherfucker.
This is the rules you're gonna go
And
by.
if he tell you to do something,
You need to do.
you need to do what you need to do.
Right.
Don't come running to me.
Yeah.
And if mom does that, that sends dad a message. Step pops a message. It tells him
Right.
that, you know what, she trusts that she picked and chose the right man.
Man, exactly.
Right, exactly.
And that's a lot of women don't understand that then when you meet somebody or you date a guy or whatever, and you're not looking for a boyfriend or husband, you're looking for a stepfather first off, right? So when he comes into your house, a lot of women say, you can't whip my child. It's already right off rip. So if I already got 2 daughters. So they know I beat the hell out of them. I don't give a damn. In front of cops, I did it already. I did it. I will do it. But if I meet a girl that I cannot whoop your child, but I can whoop my own child, and say me and my daughter and her son, they went out and just say they set a house on fire. So you mean to tell me I can whoop my daughter, but I gotta? Don't you think that kid gonna know? Oh, you ain't my daddy.
So real quick.
Yeah.
Now, she say don't whoop her child.
Right.
In this day and age, I can see why they say that, because you got a lot of weirdos out there. But again, that's still her fault. If you don't trust the man that you with, then don't allow him to be around your child.
Right.
See, it's ways to respect that situation and not have to go through
Who
it.
wants to live in a house with 2 sets of rules where one child can get whooped and the other one can't? That's
Yeah,
not
that's-
going to work.
that's
Don't you
against
think
the
that
whole-
child going to be like,
Yeah,
but
see,
he
that's
can't whoop me.
That's room for destruction anyway.
Let's take whooping off the table.
Okay.
Because we know that there's more than one way to discipline, right?
Right.
Now, and I know that there's some incidents or some situations that may require ass beating, right? Mm-hmm. But let's put ourselves, if we can, and it'll be very difficult,
Right.
I think, let's put ourselves in mama's mode. So here's the deal. I understand mama bear mode. A mama is going to protect her child,
Right.
her son.
By all means.
By all means.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can't be mad.
Right.
Even mama protect her son from a biological father.
Yeah.
Even when the father in the house.
Yeah.
Because it's just natural mama bear mode.
Right.
So I want to be fair to mamas when they're in mama bear mode, but at the same time, mama need to know who she's in a relationship with and knows that this man got my child's best interest at heart.
Right.
Exactly.
So mom need to know that. So I want before we get sidetracked, I want to wrap up some other stuff in regards to go down this list because I want to try to finish this list, right?
Right.
So another sign of a lazy man, he hardly finish what he starts. So let's take it back from when you're a child. Mom allows the son to quit what he starts. So if you allow him to quit what he starts,
Right.
he's probably going to be quitting as he get older. He may start something, can't never finish what he started.
Unfinished
Let me-
product.
Let me give you. Let me share a personal story. Right. My son was playing little league football. Right, and he was undersized, but I don't want to sound biased, but man, he was pretty good. Man, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
But undersized. Right.
Right.
And the position he played was a cornerback. Right. Where the quarterback, I don't know if he got hurt or he didn't make a game. It was something that was going on, and they wanted him to play quarterback. And my son did not want to play quarterback because that ain't in his position. He don't want to do that, so he didn't want to do it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't allow him to quit. No, you're gonna get your ass out there and you're gonna play quarterback.
Yeah.
And check it out.
Right.
He went out there, played quarterback, and balled out.
And did a good job.
But had I allowed him to quit,
We would
then I
have.
probably could have set the tone for him quitting. So that was just one incident. So let me go through these other little ones real quick before wrapping the show, right?
Yeah.
So another one, a sign of a lazy man, is that you're always bailing him out.
Yeah.
You're always bailing him
out.
out.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go into the example of a child or whatever. And so another one is he's all talk, no action.
Yeah. I can see that.
He has no vision or plan for his life.
I can see that.
He does not like to take personal responsibility. And another thing is he's generally indifferent about things. He doesn't care about the things that requires him to put in any effort.
Yeah.
Anything that requires him to put in any effort, he ain't interested
He
in.
ain't
trying to do
interested.
that.
Yeah.
He ain't interested in.
Yeah.
So those are signs of being a lazy man.
Yeah.
So bottom line is, whether there's a father in the household, whether there's a single mom and you're raising a son by himself, at the end of the day, if you're coddling your child, he's going to probably end up being the man that you don't want. This includes another dope episode. Tune in tomorrow for Think Thursday. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter at 52 Scott Podcast, on Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. And for all my YouTubers, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Remember, the only way we grow is if you let them know.